When most people think of Puerto Plata and the Dominican Republic, they usually think of luxury resorts and beautiful beaches. And I mean, I gotta admit, I did too. When I first visited the city in 2014, I was looking for a way to venture beyond the typical tourist attraction and really get to see what everyday life is like. I volunteered at Dove Missions and immediately got introduced to a side of the city that most visitors don't get to see.
Port towns, like any ports around the world, the areas around support the sailors coming off the ships. They have 3-day leave, they have money in their pocket, you know, they want to party. Well, that's prostitution is supported in that whole area, and that's where all my kids were from. There's sex tourism, there's, you know, pedophilia rings, there's drugs, there's violence. And so as they are 5 and 6 and 7 years old, that's quite a lot to be exposed to.
That first week a few summers ago was an eye-opening experience for me. After meeting the families, visiting their homes, I left with the desire to contribute something that could be sustainable. So I kept in touch with Liz, and we spoke about my background working with community gardens in New York City, and began tossing around the idea of building a garden on the roof of the youth center as a way to give this community the tools that it needs to become healthier and more sustainable.
To teach these children not just how to eat better, so that's a sustainable life skill, but to teach their family and to love it and love the earth and come back to nature and do some vocational training to really get these kids on about how to farm and how to produce your own food and get them a little more self-sustaining.
Dove Missions gives the kids somewhere to get off the streets, to play, to learn extra things like English, stuff they don't learn in the schools. Lots of play, lots of activities, lots of crafts, things that might be useful to them in the future. And we have various programs where we try and help them get into some kind of gainful employment.
Este club, como lo decimos, tiene ya bastante tiempo aquí y ha sido muy importante porque hay niños que han estado desde pequeñitos, ya son hombrecitos, algunos salen aprenden a trabajar, saben lo que es el trabajo, saben lo que es ser honesto, porque aquí se le enseña mucho referente a la honestidad, al respeto.
Bueno, yo soy de este mismo barrio, yo soy Playa Oeste, Agua Negra. Lo único que nos divide es un pequeño puente ahí, pero es lo mismo, somos lo mismo. Bueno, el barrio mío lleno de gente buena, gente tranquila. Nosotros, con lo poco que podemos, tú me entiendes, tener, nosotros nos defendemos. Siempre tratamos de cuidar a la persona, porque acerca de todo somos muy humildes.
Bueno, cuando yo entré al club yo tenía 6 años. Me gustaba mucho el deporte, joder mucho, tú sabes, como muchacho. Yo lo que paraba era corriendo para arriba y para abajo, jugando basquetbol, en coro, tirando piedras, ríos, playa. Coro de muchachos, tú sabes. Yo trabajo en el club, gracias a Dios, soy profesor de deporte, ayudando a los muchachos a mejorarse.
Tiene mucha importancia, ya que los niños que pueden andar en la calle, tú entiendes, realengo o algo así, pueden ir al club y allá pueden primeramente formarse con la educación, respeto, que es lo primordial ante todo, y la sabiduría que le pueden enseñar allá, porque también tenemos un sinnúmero de tareas que se pueden hacer para aprender día a día. Okay, my name is Isaac. I am 20 years old and I'm working Dove Mission like English teacher for teenagers and children and boys. Girls, thank you.
In 2017, the idea started taking shape, and in May, I flew back down to Puerto Plata and along with the team down there began construction on the garden. As soon as I arrived, Mike and I went out to local businesses to start purchasing the supplies. Mike was excited to hear that we can get same-day soil delivery. Once that was taken care of, we got to work on the wood.
Hi, Charlie.
In case you haven't noticed, Mike can be a little silly.
Isaac, Richard, and Miguel joined in to help us put the beds together. And then it was time to get all that soil up to the roof. Bucket after bucket after bucket.
Claro, el proyecto de jardín es muy importante para los niños porque ellos pueden aprender cómo se siembra. Entonces también ellos les van a dar la importancia de comer saludable, porque cuando ellos ven cómo se siembra un vegetal, cómo va creciendo, la vitamina, la proteína que produce eso va a ser muy especial para ellos. Eso es un proyecto sumamente importante.
Very few Dominicans actually have gardens. Dominicans build to the lot lines. Not have gardens. These will be able to grow their own food and appreciate where it comes from. Not it just appears in the supermarket or the colmado.
Algunos vegetales les gustan a los niños, otros no. O sea, porque no están muy acostumbrados a comer vegetales. Porque son un poco caros, la familia no tiene los recursos para ir al mercado o ir al supermercado a comprarlo. Y debido a eso, a la familia no poder comprar los vegetales, los niños no están acostumbrados a comerlo.
Prices here are pretty high compared with the States or Europe. Because they can. The farmers are pretty wealthy here. But a Dominican from our barrios, they will go to the colmado and they will buy a handful of rice, a spoonful of tomato sauce. They buy it just for that one meal. This will be to their advantage, growing something which actually costs nothing except the water. Which again is expensive because they privatized that.
By the time I left Puerto Plata, Dove Mission's garden beds had been finished, and the team was ready to get started with planting.
I came and
this
I
is
fixed.
Jairo, and he's helping us with our garden project, and he's explaining to me what we're doing. Look at these beautiful peppers.
This one is albahaca. Yes. It's a plant that smells really good. It's good for cooking. This one is Romeo.
Oh, rosemary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is oregano.
Oregano, yeah.
Eso es auyama.
Box is just exploding.
Look at the chili.
Social Venture Partners box. Oh my gosh, the chili!
Yes. Spicy.
Wow, nice. What are these, tomatoes?
This is tomato. Look at the tomato, how beautiful they are too.
Yeah,
She's
they're
having a lot of tomato.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So all the rest back here are tomatoes too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're doing great. All right, so that's our garden project.
Now we're looking at ways to build programming around the garden beds and continue to expand the sustainability of the project. We're hoping in the long run, the benefits that this project will provide will nourish the community for a long time.
And I know with the continuing of this program and sponsoring of this program that we're going to be just doing life-changing work in this community.
My name is Ana Milka. I study in Dove Mission at the beginning. I am 18 years old, and thank you for help to the program to the garden.